the double comes from Josh Hart and Karl Anthony Towns. And Wemby, seeing that as a decoy, goes into the paint, and there is an open shooter in the corner. But the double from Josh Hart doesn't come fast enough. You leave Stephon Castle, right? You have 3 defenders there essentially, because you have the timeline, and you have Cat, and you have Josh Hart. This is a great spot to set a screen. Or a trap here. I love this spot if you're the Knicks, but it's got to be much quicker from Josh Hart. You got to get up there. You can't allow Stephon Castle just to rise up and throw a dime into Wemby, and Wemby's going to get an easy dunk, right? But if you're able to trap quicker, Stephon Castle is not going to be able to get up and find Wemby, and OG Anunoby will have more time because OG Anunoby is sort of guarding 2 guys, and he sort of goes out to the shooter in, I think it was De'Aaron Fox in that corner, yeah. So he has to make a decision there. But if you're able to get up quicker into Stephon Castle there, you're going to force him to maybe turn the ball over, maybe step into a backcourt, pick up the ball at least, right? And then OG Anunoby can react, right? You're making it impossible for OG Anunoby to do anything on that back line. The second play here is a play where Brunson just gets basically beat off the dribble and a bad close after the screen. Right? I believe Stephon Castle, he gives it to Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper just goes right through the middle of them. I mean, the screen, everybody sees the Wemby screen coming. Or should I say the Devin Vassell screen, rather, coming. Jalen Brunson and I believe it's Karl Anthony Towns, or Josh Hart, rather, right? He sees the screen, and Brunson is just the split right down the middle. This is just poor defense from Jalen Brunson. You got to be better than that, right? Jalen Brunson might not be the best defender on the court, but you can't get split down the middle from a guy like Dylan Harper, right? This is just too easy of a wide open dunk. Dylan Harper is going to dunk this every single time. Number 3, right? This play actually is from the Spurs, and I thought this play was just some unnecessary help defense off of who's that? Jordan Clarkson in the corner, right? You have Victor Wembanyama in the paint. You have, I believe, Julian Champagnie. You have Dylan Harper. You have Carter Bryant. You have 3 guys. Those 3 guys can stop OG Anunoby. You have plenty of help there. Why are you leaving a shooter in the corner on the strong side to just knock down and break you on a possession? Let Wemby and let Wemby and Fox and I forget who's the other guy now. I'm blanking on his name. Let those 3 guys, and Carter Bryant, right? Let those 3 guys defend OG Anunoby. That's plenty of guys. Don't just make an easy kick out for OG Anunoby in this possession. All right, this play is just Victor Wembanyama being Victor Wembanyama. I mean, easy, just walk to the basket for an easy lob and dunk. Maybe there was something Mikal Bridges could have done and to try and set that, or like maybe hold Wemby out of the paint. Right, he's not going to be able to keep Wemby out because Wemby's much bigger than Bridges is. But Bridges is on the wrong side of Wemby anyway, right? So he's never going to be able to stop him like that without fouling. So just a bad positioning there from Mikal Bridges on that possession. Wemby's probably still going to make that shot because Wemby is just that talented and that unique. But still, you could have done a little bit better job of trying to defend that. All right, this play is a play from Victor Wembanyama where he does this a lot now, right? And Wemby, give him credit. He's one of, if not the best defender the league has ever seen. But he still has a flaw to that defensive game. And that is him closing out too hard and over-closing out. Look at how he just over-closes out on OG Anunoby, gets to the side of him, lets OG Anunoby go right past him for a wide-open dunk. That can't happen. You're 2 feet taller than this guy. or should I say you're almost a foot taller than him, maybe, 7 inches, right? You're plenty tall enough to stay in front of OG Anunoby, back up a little bit, and if he tries to shoot over the top of you, you can step forward and contest the shot, right? But you can't close out past him. That's never going to work. You're going to let a guy that's going to be faster off the dribble just get right by you, drive, and finish. That's not going to work, because you need somebody, you need Wemby to stay in front of guys and just trust that he's going to be able to block the shot if OG Anunoby or whoever goes up. You cannot, and I repeat, cannot close out like that. Okay, this last clip here is a clip of I believe it's Stephon Dylan Harper to Champagny, and Champagny does a great job of dishing it over there to Keldon Johnson underneath the basket. This is a play where, for the majority of the first 2 games, Julian Champagny would try and go up and lay that over I believe that's Josh Hart at the time. Jalen Brunson, right? He would try and go up over Jalen Brunson. He's taller. He's going to try and, score that. And just the, ability to slow down, take your time, and find a easier shot compared to you trying to go up and lay that yourself, where maybe you get fouled or maybe you just smoke the layup. I love this ability from a Spurs young guards, right? Maybe Champagny's not that, but the ability, this young team overall, right? They have young team vibes, even if the guys on the team are not necessarily young. The majority in their core is young, right? But the ability to, instead of trying to force a shot up like Jalen Brunson was doing for the majority of the second half, to take your time and to get a better layup than the one you were going to get by dishing it off to Keldon Johnson.
Action.